Good afternoon. We are Ivan and Martina, and we are here with Mieszczyk, the director of Dancing on a Cloud, one of the short film competing in the international competition of this year. So Michał, in your short film emerges powerfully the sense of injustice felt by a man who has done everything to raise a child of his own, but who is denied this possibility for the mere lack of bloodship relationship. So, where did the inspiration for this plot come from?
That's a very good question, you know. It's a good question where actually inspirations come from. Because it's not like you just get the idea, you just catch the idea from the flow of your mind, right? And there were many things that I wanted to put in this movie, like, and I was focused on mostly on emotions, on the difficult situations in life when we fight for love, and this fight is sometimes very difficult, and this character is a kind of figure which takes all the punches, like a hero that he wants to be, and it's always interesting hero, you know, that when you can see that the tension in him is rising, and in this short movie I just wanted to make this tension like rising, and then to some kind of collapse of the character, which is a tragic character. So it's a kind of short tragic story of love, but his fight is kind of beautiful. Yeah, so the inspirations, you know, sometimes I get to know where my inspirations come from really long time after the screenings, and when I meet, for example, you guys and see your perspective on it. It's a process of like getting to know your own movie. It's very interesting, especially here in Venice. So, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. We have seen that in this short, the figure of the father is very central, but we wanted to focus also on the point of view of the female protagonist, which is the role of the women as female protagonist, and which is the relationship with the maternity.
Yeah. The female character played by Lena Góra, wonderful actress. The perspective of woman of the female is like you know, in a short movie you have to decide on which like character you will focus on. I actually regret that I didn't show her perspective so much that I wanted, because it's like, you know, in the short movie you have to decide, right? So if it would be like a feature movie, like I was actually thinking about making it longer with Lena Góra. She wanted to make a feature out of it. We didn't do it, but we were thinking about showing more of her situation. But her situation is kind of, you know, I didn't want to, because the situation in Poland now, especially after like when the war in Ukraine started, many women with their children were left alone, and they moved and they kind of ran to Poland, and I didn't want. I wanted to kind of show this atmosphere in my movie. I didn't want to do it like straight that it's a Ukrainian woman. I wanted to somehow show the situation of a Ukrainian woman, but also Polish woman left alone with a child. Very harsh motherhood, and also very difficult choices to make. So her her situation in the movie is very awkward because she, from one point of view, she really appreciates that Patrick, the main character, is doing everything to become a father, but on the other hand, she can't love him. I mean, and even though she really respects him, and they want to get married, there is a moment of a kind of collapse in her mind that she just can't do it, especially when the father of the child comes back, which she doesn't really want, because in this movie I didn't want to create either good or bad characters. All the characters are kind of mixed, and I just wanted to focus on this kind of difficult situation and choices in life in those characters. Yeah, so yeah, but Lena Gura did a wonderful job. Well, all the actors actually made a wonderful job and made it very realistic. Yeah.
We could feel it. Yeah. We know that you also make music videos. What's the relationship between short films and music videos? And is music important in your short films?
It is important, but in my films I try to kind of find the music which comes from the inner world of the movie. I don't like actually to put a lot of music which is made especially. Actually, all the music that is in the movie was made especially from the movie by a young rapper, my friend Jonasz. So he wrote all the songs especially for the movie, which I really which I appreciate. And I wanted to put the music which comes from the world of which we created in the movie. And doing short films and doing music videos, it's a completely different story. For me, I always want to tell some kind of story in the music videos, but to be honest, I kinda finished this part of my life, music videos. I did a few, but I want to focus on the cinema more now, because in the music videos you have to kinda participate in the creation, which with all respect, the music artists doesn't really understand the film work, so sometimes it's very difficult. Yeah, but it can be also very open, it can be very interesting, and just to let go with your mind and creativity, because in the music video you can just feel more let's say free with making it, and you don't have dialogues. Sometimes you have, it's much easier because it's like a very short term of production, very fast satisfaction. So it's kind of it can become addictive because of the shots of dopamine that you get from making a music video. It's very fast. You get the idea, you get the song, you hear it, you get the idea. You have maybe maximum 1 month of pre-production, then fast shooting, maximum 3 days or something like this. Then post-production very fast also, because the terms of the releases of the music videos are sometimes very, very tight. And then fast satisfaction on YouTube and social media, but that's it. There is not much attention to it, which I really like. Of course you can participate in a festival, but it's never the same that with the cinema.
We have seen that in the short that you did, this film portrays the life of a family. And how is this story correlated to the actual context of your country?
Kinda, you know. I focused on let's say people who don't really have money, and so they kind of try to love each other in harsh conditions. Of course, it's difficult, but many families live like this, that men have to go to the other countries to make money, or also do drug dealing or stuff like this. So you can feel it somewhere, of course, in the atmosphere of the big cities, that the families like this exist. So it's very, very up to our, I mean, like it's very realistic. And I mean now it's kind of better, but also the atmosphere in the movie is like it's a kind of, because now in Poland we don't really have winter, you know. For example, we don't really have actually autumn, spring, or we have summer, but all the like which I call the time of year that we have for half of the year apocalypse. You know, it doesn't really look like any time of year, and that's why I did the movie in kind of February. So it's like, but for me, like in Poland, this time of year is the most realistic, because of light, because of the colors. It's kind of dirty. It's not really pleasant. And then in summer it's kind of fake. Yeah. So but I love it, you know. Anyways, it's like it's a toxic love, you know, of my country. Yeah.
So, thank you for taking your time to answer our question, and we wish you good luck with your future and with the festival.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So good to be here, you know. Thank you for the invitation. Yeah.
Thank you. It's a dream.
Yeah. For me especially.